Welcome the anointed ones. The devil may have power, but even his hands tremble at the thought of facing the chosen. Reflect on that for a moment. While most people live their lives in constant fear of dark forces, there's a truth that should bring you peace. If you are truly chosen, not even the most fearsome demon can touch you. Why? Because your fate is not just an ordinary path, it is sealed with a divine shield, an unbreakable force field that makes even the darkest spirits turn away, saying, "Not today." Have you ever wondered why, despite the chaos around you, you continue to rise? That's not luck. That's God giving you a front row seat to watch your enemies scatter in confusion and defeat. The look on their faces when they realize they can't harm you is priceless. Number 1. Your soul vibrates on a frequency that demons can't even perceive. Chosen ones live on a completely different plane of existence, one that dark forces cannot fathom. Imagine trying to tune into a radio station that simply does not exist on their frequency. Demons and negative energies are stuck in lower vibrations, feeding on fear, doubt, and despair. But the energy of a chosen one is something they can't touch, much less understand. Your soul resonates at such a high frequency that these dark forces can't even find you, let alone come close enough to cause harm. It's as if you're moving in a realm beyond their reach, operating in a dimension they can't access. While they may attempt to disturb the average person, with chosen ones, there exists an impenetrable wall of spiritual energy. It's not just about defense. They can't even get a grip on your essence. You are like a living enigma, a beacon of light they can't dim. And that's why their attempts to attack you bounce off without leaving a mark. You haven't just been marked for protection, but for elevation beyond their reach. This difference in energy doesn't just confuse them, it terrifies them. They thrive in darkness and shadows filled with ignorance and fear, but your very existence as a chosen one is like a glaring spotlight in their world. Being chosen isn't just about protection. It's about existing so far beyond their grasp that they can't even begin to understand your power. They have no idea how to fight what they can't even perceive, so they avoid you, powerless and baffled. Number 2. God's contract over your life is non-negotiable. Your destiny was sealed long before any dark force could even attempt to interfere. No demon, no enemy, no force, no matter how powerful, can alter what God has already decreed. Think of it as a divine agreement with your life written in heavenly ink, a contract that includes no clause for modification or cancellation. God's will over your life is set in stone, and that's why you are untouchable. Dark forces may try to distract or derail you, but their efforts are in vain because the outcome was decided long before. You were chosen with a purpose, and that purpose comes with protection so strong that every move you make aligns with a divine plan that has been locked in place since before you were born. What's more remarkable is that this divine contract doesn't just protect you, it elevates you. Every attempt to harm you only strengthens and secures your destiny even further. It's as if their energy gets absorbed and redirected into your growth. They may try to push you down, but every effort only moves you closer to where you're meant to be. This isn't luck, it's divine authority over your life. Dark forces are fully aware of it, and they tremble because they can't touch what God has already sealed. Number 3. Demons fear your awareness of their manipulations. When you become conscious of how dark forces operate, their power over you is shattered. Demons, negative energies, whatever you call them, they all rely on manipulation and deceit to gain control. They hide in the shadows, depending on people's ignorance to further their schemes. But when a chosen one sees through their illusions, their grip is broken. Their tricks only work in the dark, and the moment you shine a light on their lies, they lose all power. This awareness is not just a shield, it's a sword. You cut through their deceit with every thought aligned to truth and light. Think of it this way. They try to plant seeds of fear, confusion, and doubt in your mind, hoping you'll nourish them with your own energy. But once you understand their tactics, those seeds can't take root. You're no longer a pawn in their game because you refuse to play by their rules. This level of awareness isn't just a defense mechanism, it's a weapon that dismantles their plans. They can't manipulate what you already understand, and it's this understanding that makes you truly untouchable. Number 4. The battle was over before it even began. From the moment you were chosen, your victory was secured. Dark forces may plot, scheme, and attempt to strike, but what they fail to realize is that the outcome was predetermined. Every move they make is futile because your destiny has been set in motion long before they even thought to interfere. They spend their time trying to create chaos and confusion, but nothing sticks. Every plan they devise fails to take off because God's purpose for your life is beyond their grasp. The reality is, they don't even know they've lost until they try to challenge you. Each time they launch an attack, they're met with a reminder that their efforts are pointless. You're protected by forces far beyond their comprehension. Their attempts to strike are like throwing punches at thin air. They just can't reach you, and that is what makes you truly untouchable. Number 5. Demons cannot survive in the presence of genuine authority. When faced with the strength of true divine authority, their illusions of control are shattered, leaving them powerless. They rely on deception, subtle manipulation, and fear. Yet true authority reveals their weaknesses and renders their tricks ineffective. In the presence of someone grounded in divine purpose and spiritual strength, they are stripped of the shadows they hide behind. For them, simply being near you is unbearable, because the spiritual power you carry is overwhelming. As one chosen and deeply connected to divine truth, you emanate a force that leaves them with nowhere to hide. Your presence alone disrupts their schemes, making it clear that any attempt to influence or disrupt you will fail. In your aura of true authority, they are exposed, weak, and unable to maintain even a semblance of control. Your presence is not just safeguarded. You walk with a divine authority that causes the forces of darkness to disperse instantly. It's as if you possess an invisible yet unbreakable shield, a spiritual force field that is undeniable and unmistakable. This powerful aura doesn't just repel, it instills deep fear within dark entities. They thrive in places marked by chaos, fear, and confusion, but the moment someone steps in with a divine presence, their influence is completely shattered. It's not that you have to actively fight them, they flee at the very sight of you, sensing a force far beyond their reach. It's like their very existence is allergic to the energy you radiate. From the moment you arrive, they know exactly who you are and what you represent, and that is why they don't dare to engage with you directly. Your spiritual authority is not just about protection, it's about command and power. When you carry this divine authority, you don't merely coexist in places where dark forces dwell, you disrupt them. These entities understand that the authority you wield is not something that can be challenged or overpowered, for it originates from a higher source that demands respect. They maintain their distance, not out of choice but out of sheer necessity, because they cannot survive in the light of true spiritual authority. Think of your energy as a divine firewall. Darkness feeds on fear, using it as their primary tool to manipulate and control. They attempt to plant seeds of doubt, hesitation, and insecurity, creating an illusion of powerlessness. But those chosen by a higher power do not succumb to fear. It holds no space in their hearts. Even when you encounter terrifying situations, fear never takes control of your actions. You move forward with unwavering faith and confidence, guided by something far greater than the shadows that surround you. Fear may knock at your door, but it is never welcomed inside. This unshakable demeanor makes you untouchable. You don't react out of fear, but you act with a clear sense of purpose. They try to stir up anxiety and confusion, yet when they see you remain unmoved, their plans crumble. Their strategy relies on making others panic and make irrational choices, but in you, they see someone steady, someone walking with conviction. They realize that fear, their most potent weapon, is completely ineffective against you. When these forces try to plot against you, they find themselves in a losing battle. Their schemes are predicated on predictability, and they are skilled in exploiting patterns, habits, and weaknesses. Yet, as a chosen one, you break these molds. Your actions do not follow their expected paths, and your reliance on divine guidance leaves them bewildered. It's as if they're playing a game of chess, with someone playing by an entirely different set of rules. They cannot anticipate your next move, which weakens their grip. Their attempts to manipulate outcomes through fear and insecurity fall flat because you don't fit into the patterns they expect. Instead, you continue to act from a place of strength and clarity. This constant state of confusion among dark forces only serves to protect you further. They rely on their ability to predict and control, but with you nothing goes as planned. You operate on a higher wavelength, one that they can't comprehend or interfere with. Your decisions and actions come from a purpose aligned with a greater mission, rendering their tactics useless. And because they can't figure out how to destabilize you, they're left frustrated and powerless. They can't predict what they don't understand, and they can't manipulate what they can't predict. While they are busy trying to decipher your next move, you remain several steps ahead, completely untouchable and out of reach. This unique quality of inner peace is not something that comes from avoiding struggles or hardships. In fact, chosen ones often face more challenges than others. However, the peace you carry is not dependent on external circumstances. It comes from a profound connection with a higher power that grounds you in all situations. Darkness thrives on chaos, but your unyielding peace disrupts their efforts. It's like trying to light a fire in pouring rain. It simply doesn't work. Their attempts to bring confusion and turmoil into your life fail because you remain steady and grounded. And this calm doesn't just frustrate them, it completely disarms them. They know that their usual methods of causing fear and panic are useless against someone with such a firm foundation. As they try to shake you, this peace only grows stronger. Every failed attempt to throw you off balance reinforces your unshakable resolve. What they fail to understand is that your peace is not just a form of protection, it's your greatest weapon. This calm, unmovable presence you carry is what keeps them at bay, powerless to disturb your soul. And this is where the true struggle lies for them. No matter what they do, they cannot find a way to pierce the peace you hold within. But remember, your journey does not end here. In realms beyond what we can see, your name is spoken with reverence. This isn't just a metaphor or poetic expression, it's a very real acknowledgement of the authority and calling on your life. Dark forces recognize your name and the power it represents. They gather in their hidden corners, questioning whether it's worth targeting you, knowing full well the risks that come with challenging someone like you. They understand that your name carries a divine weight, like a warning sign that flashes before them, urging them to proceed with caution or not at all. Your presence isn't just noticed, it's feared. Those who operate in darkness recognize that targeting you would only lead to an endless, unwinnable pursuit, a game they are destined to lose. Harming you is more than unwise. It's a spiritually charged error that brings consequences, making them reconsider every intention. They're not just dealing with an ordinary person. They face someone guided by a power far beyond this world, as though trying to breach an impenetrable, divinely protected fortress. They would be better off sticking to easier targets, feeding on vulnerabilities that don't threaten their very existence. The whisper of your name in shadowed realms isn't an invocation of power, but rather a hushed acknowledgement of intimidation and caution. When chosen individuals step into the light, everything hidden in darkness is suddenly exposed. Demons and dark forces, like cockroaches scurrying from sudden light, operate best where they can manipulate through fear, doubt, and confusion. Yet, the radiance of your spirit acts as an unyielding, brilliant light that breaks through their lies, illusions, and half-truths. They depend on shadows to deceive, yet when you walk in, their carefully laid plans unravel. Your presence alone disrupts their methods, illuminating every trap, every trick. Imagine their shock as they watch their deceptive tools lose potency, knowing they are powerless before the light you carry. It's not about what you do. Simply by being true to yourself, you unmask every deceptive tactic they wield. Your light leaves no hiding place for them, rendering their strategies ineffective and dissolving their influence. Each step you take is a rebuke to the darkness. Your very existence, a declaration that light will always triumph, unsettles and disrupts the forces that thrive on despair, manipulation, and fear. Darkness shivers at your presence because you embody the essence of love, hope, and divine purpose. With every breath you breathe life into faith, countering the hopelessness they try to instill. This alone terrifies them, knowing they cannot overpower a spirit aligned with God's purpose. Imagine the tremors in their ranks as they realize their influence crumbles before someone who carries such potent inner light. Your thoughts, actions, and intentions resonate with a divine purpose, like a spiritual surge that dismantles their well-laid networks of deceit. Your life isn't just a journey, it's a divine mission. This path, unique to you, is fortified by a level of supernatural reinforcement that most can only dream of. Where others face their battles feeling isolated, you have angelic forces stationed by your side. These aren't mere guardians offering quick words of comfort. They are celestial protectors, forces of divine might ready to act on your behalf. Imagine walking each step supported by a power that surpasses human understanding. They clear obstacles from your path, ensuring you move forward with purpose and confidence. These spiritual enforcers don't just keep negativity at bay, they actively shape your journey, turning potential setbacks into mere stepping stones. Every challenge you encounter is met with immediate spiritual response, working seamlessly to align you with your higher calling. Think of them as heavenly sentries, guarding the gates of your destiny, maintaining an atmosphere of divine intervention around you. When dark forces attempt to hinder your progress, these protectors rise, converting what seemed like an obstacle into a moment of growth. You may not see them, but they work tirelessly to steer your course, ensuring your steps align with a beautifully orchestrated divine plan. As life brings forth its trials, remember that you are not alone. You walk fortified by celestial forces that have no intention of allowing anything to deter you from your destiny. You're moving through life with a purpose infused by divine strength, and this makes you an unbreakable force. Embrace each challenge as an opportunity for triumph, each moment a testament to the powerful purpose that resides within. Your path is not only protected, it's purposefully paved, strengthened by divine energies that respond to your every step. With each breath, you assert your resilience and defy any darkness that seeks to encroach upon your purpose. You are a living testament to the profound truth that you are never alone in this journey. The universe aligns with your highest calling, working to keep you centered on the road meant for you. Shadows may try to stir up doubts, but your light is more powerful, enduring beyond any darkness that attempts to challenge it. Remember, you're a walking rebuke to negativity and chaos, a symbol of hope and strength in a world often touched by turmoil. Simply by being, you challenge the very core of darkness, exposing its frailties and revealing the limitless potential that flows from a life aligned with divine intent. As you move forward, carry this truth within. You're not only destined for greatness, you are fortified by divine love and strength. Each step resonates in unseen realms, a reminder to dark forces that their power falls away in the presence of the light you embody. Embrace your role as one chosen for a higher purpose, for the world needs your brilliance, and heaven celebrates your journey. Let your light shine with the assurance that you are divinely reinforced, unbreakable, and unstoppable in your quest for purpose. If this message sparked something within you, it's time to act. Don't keep this revelation to yourself. Subscribe and become part of our growing community of those called to explore the extraordinary and seek divine truths that uplift and empower. Your journey deserves to be amplified, and subscribing ensures you never miss a moment of enlightenment. If what you've heard today resonated, give us a thumbs up to show your support. Share this message with those around you who may need a light in their lives. You never know whose path you might brighten. We want to hear from you. Share your thoughts, your journey, or even your biggest takeaway from today in the comments below. Let's create a community of inspiration and support. Your voice matters, and we are excited to hear it. Together, let's continue this incredible journey, shining our light brighter than ever. Remember, you're not just a viewer. You're an essential part of this divine mission. Let's keep moving forward, empowered and connected as we illuminate our path and the world around us.